between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
12. Garoppolo to try again on second down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
11. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
21.
Garoppolo now. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 11.
Here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the dual threat man. This is DJ Foster. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll hand off to Foster. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Foster on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll try and run for it with Foster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Gotta go, gotta go.
1st and goal, Foster. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He finds an opening past the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Coleman now. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they can't bring him down. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Eddie Goldman able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Gotta go.
Again, this is Foster, and he stopped immediately there. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get
Red,
ball.
Red, up.
On third down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Let's go, let's go. Red, up. Hey, 18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Foster running left. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Red, up. 18.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. 23 yards on the play.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A first down carry for Foster. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Red, up.
On second down, Trubisky. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Gotta go.
On the run, it's Foster. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
11. Hey, wait, 20. 20. 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to... That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A gain of 39 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
11.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Red, up. Lock in.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down again. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, here's Garoppolo. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Wait.
This is Coleman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Pushing his way through. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
11, 12.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. It's caught. Nelson weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big third down play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Caught by Nelson Russell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Come on, gotta go.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Ran, up. Hey, 18. Lock in. Move.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Bryant. Touchdown, Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now running right through it. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They don't want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 13.
13. Go ahead. 11. 11.
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got it in. It's Grant. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Garoppolo on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
11. 12. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
11. 13. 11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Returning it, John Ross. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Bears on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Shaheen, the tight end on the right side. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Red, up. Red, up. Red, up. Red, up.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Playing with a catch right side. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give left side. Foster. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll go again with Foster. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Foster with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. To throw is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. That goes for a gain of 31. First down now, but that clock rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Garoppolo. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
11.
Now Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
11.
Garoppolo to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
Gotta go.
As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they will take a knee here. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they